Hello and welcome to the Thursday Touring Car Championship. This is round 4, race 1. Okay, the format for race 1 is a 15-minute sprint around Silverstone. The in-game date is the 1st of April 2019. Our weather today is medium cloud. The in-game race time is 3 in the afternoon. The results at the end of qualifying is Dan on pole, Jay in second, Andy in third, me in fourth, Phil in fifth, Keith in sixth, Jackson in seventh, Gary in eighth, Frankie in ninth, Steve in 10th, and Ollie in 11th. Okay, so here we are, waiting for lights out. I have to hide the UI for this bit because the camera's just in such a terrible position. Okay, so off they go. Dan's made a great start there, gaining quite a nice little advantage over everybody else. Looks like Andy and Jay are side by side going into the first corner. Everyone behind looks pretty tidy at this stage. Okay, so we've got a three-way fight here for second place. Andy's gone a little bit wide, Jay's gone straight through. I've pulled up alongside him, coming around the hairpin now, literally nose and nose with me and Andy. Oh, little bit of contact there, I don't think Andy saw me, but should be a problem. No, I should rejoin in fourth place there, no problem, no harm done. We've got Keith and Phil very, very close together just behind me. Dan's now got a 1.6 second lead. Okay, so looking at Keith now, a little bit skew-if coming into that corner there. Looks like the inside of Phil, but thinks better of it. Carries some good speed through there though. Oh, it looks like Ollie is making a move on Jackson, who's just gone a bit wide in the background there. Is Keith going to make a move here? No, Phil covers him. Going through the left right-hander here. It's a very fast circuit, very fast part of the track. I mean, on the left, myself with my wet sleigh. Right, so Gary and Steve now. Gary's doing a good job there of defending Steve. Still very tidy, not a lot of issues going on amongst the whole field here. Flying back to the guys at the front. Okay, so Dan's got just over a 1 second advantage at the moment, followed very closely by Jay, and we've got Andy and then me. Jay's closed that gap though, he's getting nearly 1 second going through that section. So we're now at the end of the first lap. Trick is with this circuit, it's all about maintaining your speed through the corners and making sure you get a good exit. Just carrying that as much momentum as you can. Managing to keep the gap about the same at the moment, 0.6. Oh, having a quick look at Phil in the top corner there, looks like a slight lock up and he's gone wide. Is that going to enable Keith to make a move maybe? Keith goes very tight on the inside. Nice little touch of the doors as they go through, but no harm done. So Keith now moves up into fifth. So back at the front of Jay and Dan. That gap's still around 0.4 to 0.6. It's fluctuating as they're obviously braking and accelerating through these corners. It's a good circuit to showcase the two differences between the BMW and the Megane. Certain parts of the track, each car has good strengths and the other one has some major weaknesses. So Jay's closed that gap now down to 0.2. But again, as you go through the corner, that's extended up to a second, where Dan managed to carry so much speed through that corner. Okay, so going through the left right hander now, let's do a quick grid rundown. So in first place, we've got Dan, followed again by Jay. Then we have Andy in third, me in fourth, Keith in fifth, Phil in sixth, Ollie in seventh, Jackson in eighth, Gary in ninth, Steve in 10th, and Frankie in 11th. Okay, so jumping back to Dan now, we're coming towards the end of lap 2 now. Down in the braking zone, still maintaining that gap over Jay. Manages to extend it slightly, run slightly wide onto the curb. Oh, and he's spun! Jay manages to get through. Oh, and Andy's made contact. I've gone straight through as well, that moves me up into second. So they're both scrambling back now. Keith comes through, there comes Phil, there comes Ollie. Okay, so looking at an action replay, this is on board with Dan. Literally just runs through as he accelerates out the corner, so the back end of the car snaps. Jay just avoids him, Andy collects him. And yeah, that's pretty much Dan's race over at this stage, I think. Okay, so this is on board with me. I managed to fly through and carry the speed. Luckily, I didn't make any contact with Andy. Yeah, managed to pass Jay. Jay sees me as I duck into first. So I've just got to try and keep him at bay now. Right, so jumping back with a battle now for third place. We've got Keith, then Phil is very close behind, followed by Andy. Then we've got Ollie, and then unfortunately for Dan, he's now down in 7th. Well, it looks like there may have been some contact there between Dan and Ollie. Didn't quite see that in the back of the frame there. So Andy's looking to make a move on Phil in the background. Meanwhile, we're jumping back with me and Jay. Extremely close between us two. Jay's really making the push, trying to put that pressure on me. I'll take a nice wide line around the outside, giving Jay loads of space. Oh, and Keith's gone wide, enabling Phil and Andy to get through. Looking back at the front again, me and Jay are literally nose on nose here, coming into this fast right-hander. I'm not willing to give up the place though, make him fight around the inside if he wants to try it. And oh, it looks like Dan and Ollie have made contact at the back as well. Okay, so coming through. Jay's still having a look, but I'm not giving it. I'm going to make him work for it. I don't normally see myself this close to the front, so I want to keep those points. And Jay's only 0.2 off my back though, so I've got to be super careful. And he's closing that gap down actually. Just watch the timings in the top corner, just absolutely falling. He's getting a nice slipstream off me. So we're coming into the braking zone with this right-hander here. Still giving him a bit of space in case he makes a dive on me, but managing to hold him off. Okay, so we're side by side now, coming into the second to last corner. And he takes me around the outside. I go a little bit skew if there, but try to carry the speed through as best I can. Oh, we've got an action replay. This is a battle here between Gary and Steve. Gary takes him on the inside, goes slightly wide. Looks like he's going to hold the position. No, Steve's going to take him. Carried a little bit more speed through that corner there. So carrying on with me and Jay. He's trying to get away from me, but I'm not giving it to him at all. So going down straight now. Trying to capitalise on that slipstream, giving him a little flash of the lights. And it looks like Phil and Andy are neck and neck back there as well. A little lock up from me there as I'm trying to carry as much speed as possible through that corner to try and keep up with Jay. I'll go mega wide there, but on the hope that it gives me a bit of a cutback, but it's not having it. Okay, so we're looking at Ollie now. He's having a little battle with Jackson. Nice little tuck up the inside there. You're going to make the move? Sixth if he can hold it through this corner. Nice dive on the inside there. Force injection out wide, but he stays on track, no harm done. Nice little manoeuvre there. Okay, so now we're looking at Phil in third, we've got Andy in fourth, Keith in fifth, sorry, Ollie in sixth, Jackson very close behind in seventh, Steve in eighth, Gary in ninth. We've got Frankie in 10th. One thing of note as well, you may have noticed that Jackson is now driving the Mercedes. If you've been watching the other races, he was using the BMW, but has decided to change it for this race. Okay, so back at the front, we've got Andy here looking to make a move on Phil. They'll be battling for third place. Keeps very close to Andy as well. Starting lap 5 now. Phil goes very deep in that corner there. Here's a quick penalty update. We've got Dan with a 2-second penalty. Andy's got a 3-second penalty. Keith is on 4. Phil has got a 1 second. Ollie's got 5. Jackson's got 2, and so has Gary. No one's really giving each other anything. Okay, so we're riding on board with Keith. Through this time, he's fast right-hander here, little dab of the brakes, downshift into 5th. He's got a nice little run on Andy there. Makes it move up the inside. Oh, Phil slams the brakes on there. Hopefully Keith manages to avoid it. Yeah, so they follow each other through the right-left-hander. That's now given Andy and Keith a position. So Andy now moves up to 3rd, Keith's in 4th. Phil's in 5th. Not quite sure what was going on there. Maybe he was a little bit worried about Andy going around the outside, so he bailed out. Ollie's made a good jump on Jackson now and is making his way towards these 3 as well. And we've got approximately 2 laps left. Phil's really putting the pressure on Keith there. So starting lap 6. Half-second gap between these guys now. The gap between me and Jay's gone up to 2 seconds. I think I'm just going to have to settle for 2nd at this point. Everyone's looking up into the hairpin there. Everyone's just trying to push, push, push. So that Phil's dropped off a little bit. Keith's got a really nice run up on Andy now. I'm wondering if he'll be able to capitalise on this next corner. Ollie's also closing the gap on them. Keith's a little bit wobbly coming into that corner again. Seems to be struggling on that corner actually. So they both take a very tight line on the inside. Got less than 0.2 between Keith and Andy now. Andy going to be able to defend in this corner. Keith has a little look up the inside, thinks better of it and backs off. Andy goes around the outside and holds it. Oh, Phil's gone wide there. Okay, so into the sweeping left right hander here. Very tidy from these guys. Gap is pretty much staying the same. Keith's got a very nice little slipstream going on. Andy goes super defensive into the next corner. Just keep coming down to it. And Andy's blocking nicely. Imagine Andy's struggling with the damage after smashing into Dan's car as well, so he's done well to hold on to 3rd place. And they both run a little bit on the curb on the inside there. Well, at this point, Ollie's really closed the gap on these guys now, so we literally have a four-way race for 3rd place here. Coming on to the final lap now. On board with Ollie. Super wide into this corner, hoping to get the undercut on Phil. I think he's going to make it. Oh, Phil plunges up the inside there, knocking Keith, which now moves Ollie up into 4th and gives Andy a nice healthy lead into 3rd place. It's very unfortunate there for Phil. I wonder if he locked up. Okay, so run down, we've got Jay in 1st still, me in 2nd, Andy in 3rd, Ollie in 4th, Keith in 5th, Phil in 6th, Jackson in 7th. We've got Steve in 8th, Gary in 9th, Frankie in 10th, and we've got Dan, unfortunately, I think, who's retired into the pits in 11th. Okay, so Ollie is now making a move towards Andy. And he goes on the defensive straight away, doesn't want a repeat of the dive that Keith almost did on the lap before. Ollie had a great run through there. He's going to try it around the inside before the left right hander, and he makes it stick. Can he maintain that speed through here though? Oh, a little cut at the corner there. He's going to have to slow down unless he wants a penalty. And he pulls off wide to let the others through. Okay, so that's enabled Andy to go back into 3rd. Is Keith going to be able to get the jump as well? Yeah, Keith goes up into 4th. Very close between these guys. Okay, so now we're looking at Jay. He's just coming onto the start-finish line now, so that's a comfortable win for him. Followed closely by myself. And flash of the lights there with a little cheer. Very happy with the 2nd place. I seriously need those points now. I think that pretty much puts me and Jay level in the championship. Looking at 3rd place here for Andy, followed by Keith in 4th and Ollie in 5th. And then we've got Phil just behind them in 6th, and then Jackson in 7th, Steve in 8th, Gary in 9th, and at the back of the pack we've got Frankie in 10th. And then 11th place will be claimed by Dan, who, like I said earlier on, is retired. Okay, so just to confirm the race results, we've got Jay in 1st, me in 2nd, Andy in 3rd, Keith in 4th, Phil in 5th, Ollie in 6th, Jackson in 7th, Steve in 8th, Gary in 9th, Frankie in 10th, and then we'll have Dan, who retired, in 11th. As always, guys, thanks very much for tuning in, and yeah, I'll get race 2 uploaded as soon as possible. Thanks very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, see you soon.